I will need to check it.
Sure, take your time.
Because I might...
My dragon butt isn't getting cold or anything.
I might not have them. Okay, so after like 10 to 15 minutes, he comes back from the backstage, like
The storage.
the storage, and he says, well, I'm gonna put it this way. I might have the necessary ingredients, but that would leave me completely dry. If you can squeeze in extra 15k gold, they are yours.
Well, either that, or considering that this is a pretty fucking huge city, I can just go to another wizard shop. And you would get paid now, would be able to get... You would get me the materials now, you would get paid, and would have time enough, and money enough for that matter, to be able to find new materials.
He shrugs.
I will roll diplomacy for that. If
I'm
you want
one
me
of
to.
the most, like from the common knowledge is that he's one of the most renowned and like the longest sellers in the area. So the common sense says that if he's offering that offer, the rest won't offer better terms. Either they won't have it, or they will say the
then I
same.
pipe up from the background. We're going to the capital anyhow. We might as well find a better shop over there. No need to bother with this fella. This
Okay.
third-rate peddler.
Search. You fucking search yourself, wankers. Get out of my shop.
Cool. Bye-bye.
You don't want
And I
nothing,
kinda...
then you get nothing.
I try to
wankers.
pull back my head and I say, crap, does anyone have some soap? I think I'm stuck.
Like, oh my goodness
I
gracious.
cast grease on your neck.
Thank you. Pull my neck out.
Oh,
Maybe taking a small part of the door.
let's take the door with us.
Go now, please. Get out of here,
Like I look suspicious.
or
at me.
someone decides to kill us.
Like you said you destroyed part of the rules. Like, you fucking guards! They destroyed my shop.
God damn it.
Everybody's on the dragon. Yes,
Lysander's not. Or is he?
I think he is.
Fuck it, he is. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, just go.
Yeah,
Leave.
The guards that were watching the entire scene from the past couple of minutes, like the leader is like a, and they just like slowly starts walking towards you.
Shy, just get us out of here.
Okay, I fly the fuck
Just
out.
go
Where do you go?
out of the city. Let's go towards the bazaar, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure you can find what you're looking for in a market the size of a city.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Guards will remember you.
I'll remember you.
Yeah.
Who won't fucking remember a dragon? Especially since in the next couple of days the word will come that there was some group of adventurers with a dragon.
Yeah.
Destroying a door.
We just have to beat the word, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
it doesn't
probably
matter.
fast.
It doesn't matter that you destroyed the door that you fucking escaped at the first sign of the trouble.
Hey, I only took a small part of the door, not the entire door.
You
I
escaped.
just don't feel like dealing with guards right now.
Still. Okay, so yeah, at the bazaar you'll find your things, so you can take 50k from your purse, Jai.
Hey, Jai, if you can you craft me something?
Sure.
This thing.
Is there anything good that costs 1600 or less.
There's some kind of tokens and
Yeah,
stuff.
but remember that he took materials for 50k for his amulet of Mighty Feast.
We're in a giant fucking bazaar. I think there might be stuff for 11,000.
Yeah, they might be, but somebody need to pay because Jai at this
I
point
have
he has 2k.
I have 40k I can pay for myself.
Sorry, Audi. That what you're describing is an armor. I'm not very good at armors.
Fuck. I just have to pay for it regular then. Yay.
Sorry.
Nah, no problem.
Yay!
You're not the only poor one anymore. But yeah, if there's nothing else, I'll just take the money away from myself and that'll be it. 11, no, 400.
Crunchy, crunchy, crunch.
Yep.
Okay, there's a chance they might have it.
It's not the best cost.
Okay, so let's say your travels and dealing with small stuff, side quests, and going to bazaar, then going to the city. Like it takes a week, plus minus 1 or 2 days. And in the meantime, you had a chance to deal with some side quests. So everybody, and I mean everybody, will need to make a diplomacy check. We shall see.
Huzzah!
We shall see how well you dealt with these jobs, how well you were received, how much reputation you've got in the.
Hey,
27.
Do I get
Everybody.
a penalty for being a giant fucking dragon?
Do you normally get a penalty for being a giant fucking dragon?
No, I do not.
Then not.
Glorious. 30.
28. That's pretty good.
42.
My dump skill.
10. Oh my god.
Not terrible.
No, it's not.
Let me do the
I
talking.
just thought it'd be funny to have one skill I'm terrible at.
It is pretty funny.
It's like, what are you not good at? Diplomacy.
Talking to people thing. Really.
Okay, so.
I talked to someone and they want to kill me, so I kill them.
So, everybody, as a means of payment, you gain that much.
Oh.
That's per head. That's not total. That everybody in the party received that much as a
Awesome.
payment for their small times quests. And you can describe for me like what type of assignments you've dealt with. Like what did you do?
I saved an old lady's kitty. And that's it.
I hunted down some bandits.
Really?
I just didn't break shit and
Mhm.
just was awesome all at the same time.
I outsnarked a nobleman.
Yeah, I probably like fought some duels and that kind of stuff, pretty much.
I paid the Pied Piper.
Pay the piper. Did you know?
Did you kidnap any children?
Nope.
That's why we got at 6,900. Not like
Wait a
1,000.
minute. I just realized something.
Mm.
So many German folklore, like, stories involve children getting kidnapped.
Yeah,
No shit.
it's Germany, mate.
Krampus, the
They're
Pied
kind of fucked
Piper.
up like that.
It's pretty
I think
common.
Hansel and Gretel was German originally.
There's lots of stuff in the Nordics that, Northern Europe that's just about... more like Eastern Europe that's about children getting kidnapped.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this particular question. Endiv, where is the headquarters of the Order of the Flame? In the capital?
Yep.
Okay.
We went over this before.
Yeah, I forgot. As I asked this question,
It's fine.
I remember that. Yeah, I asked about that. Okay, so after several days of travel, this particular day it's like afternoon. In the distance, you see the absolutely massive and glorious Azure city. But before you can get close to it, like in the outskirts, you see in the distance several golden and silver dragons with, and you see that somebody is mounting them.
Oh my.
Well,
Time
each
to
their
run.
own.
I mean, you can make a perception check, especially, and
Oh,
if
perception.
it will be interesting for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, I
Perception
try
incoming.
to see.
Remember how I'm like the best person at perception right now?
No, I'm the best person at perception. Trust me on this.
Okay,
just
first,
check.
I only needed Endif, to be completely honest, because Endif, you see,
Let me just make one.
your perfect eye sees that the riders on these dragons, they wear armor and signs of the Imperial Court Guard.
I get to make 2 perception rolls.
Oh, fun.
And one of these guys, like one of them, they look like typical dragon riders, and they look like elite troops of the Emperor himself. The other guy doesn't look much of a fighter. As far as you can remember from your time in the Empire, he looks like an envoy. You know, the guy that the will of the Emperor is at this. You know,
Yep.
the guy, the royal guy
Yeah.
who delivers a message.
The major domo.
Something like that. But he has more of them.
Guess we'll go greet them before they kill us.
Why would they kill us?
We're riding a giant flying dragon.
That's not enough reason to kill somebody.
Might be for them.
Okay.
They might want our dragon.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not spelled up, so I'm just going to go invisible simply because I haven't cast all my.
Alright.
Oh, we're just gonna go talk to them.
Okay, so
Right,
yeah.
let me do the talking.
Are you sure? Cause I guess you can
Hey.
try.
Hey, which one of us has 27 ranks in charisma or
This
diplomacy?
Alright.
Yeah. But remember, sometimes I won't ask for a roll. You will need to roll for
Sometimes
that.
just words are enough. A roll doesn't solve everything.
Yes.
Sadly.
So yeah, they are getting closer. They do not start to encircle. They just make a hover formation in front of you, and the envoy guy hail adventurers.
Sup?
Hey,
Damn! If only I wasn't invisible and I could talk.
Too bad.
There's been basically what he's saying that the news of arrival of particular person arrived to the ears of the Emperor. We ask thee, is Mr. Endif with you?
I think everybody turned to look at Endit right now.
yeah, I'm gonna look stand this.
Yes, I am.
I cast Fairy Fire on Endith for a laugh.
Why would you do that? Why in the names of the 7 would you cast Fairy Fire and end it?
God damn, his spies are good.
As I said, at least several days have passed, so
Yeah.
they have means.
They have the means, they have the power.
Yeah, I understand
He's
this.
famous in that city. They know him anyway.
Mm.
The Emperor kindly asks for your presence in the palace.
Alright, let's go. I know the way. Unless you have to lead us or something.
We shall escort you to the palace.
Alright.
Alright.
Let's get escorted.
Yes. Also,
nice.
he makes it double sure that only Endif will get audience with the Emperor. You might be let in on the premise of the palace, but you will have to figure it out what do you want to do in the meantime.
Well, I'm invisible and I have overland flight
Just be
So-
careful.
and a good stealth roll, so I'm going to risk staying above his head. Because if I can get through the doors with him, I can get through the doors.
Just be careful. If you get seen, you're probably gonna get shot and killed.
Say hello to Detect Magic and Invisibility Purge.
Oh, right. Fair enough. Do I have a save against invisibility purge?
No, you
No.
don't.
Alright.
Believe me, Lysander, it's for your common sense that the person as the Emperor, he's protected against all kinds of shit, so it's basically impossible to go invisible in his quarters.
No, it's fine. I accept that. I do the same.
I just wanna make sure to note that if we're staying inside the Royal Palace, I'm going to take out my violin and play some tunes.
Look, I understand that. I personally have seen visibility up all day. I understand that. That's fine.
All
Okay.
day, every day.
It doesn't help to try.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah. So as you fly overhead the city, after an hour you arrive at because the palace itself also is a massive structure. You arrive at in the area of the palace, but on the outskirts, on the open field, not open field. For fuck's sake.
Outskirts.
Outside of the palace, not inside the building.
gardens or something.
Something like that.
Courtyard, that kind of stuff.
Yes, Mr. Endif will accompany us. Your friends are free to move around the palace, but outside from the inner circle of the palace. For the safety measures, they will be accompanied by Imperial Guardsmen,
This is acceptable.
some kind of ninja or samurai. And of course, as a means of precautions, we have to. And you see that at the gardens there are like some soldiers, and there are also like one or two people that are explicit. They just look like as spellcasters, and they say that we have to make some kind of detection spells to just make sure that we know what's going on. We do not want to raise alert without by a mistake.
I'm guessing we all ping like beacons when they cast detect magic.
No.
Yes.
I don't have that many magic things. I have like my guns and my armor, but nothing else.
My swords, my armor, my shirt.
Yeah, my bag also pings, but that's not very much, to be honest.
Other things.
See my weapons.
Also, as I mentioned, inner circle for your friends is
Off limits.
Off limits.
off limits. And just to make sure that, we want to avoid any unpleasant incidents, and we just want to say that Emperor is protected well, and there are a lot of spells that, he says only that Emperor is well protected.
Fine, whatever.
I like the fact that I don't actually ping for my special abilities are not actually counted as magic.
Mine are mostly, at the most, counted as supernatural. They don't work in anti-magic fields, but they don't have spell resistance.
Okay.
Oh, I'm magic all the way. I just sit there.
Yeah, and if guests that are not allowed in inner circle apart from the gardens, what are possible fun stuff for them to do or watch?
Well, presumably.
No, that's a question for End if he was here, so I'm asking him.
Let's see. There'd be the gardens that they could go wander around. There'd probably be not like a bar, but just kind of. I'm not really sure what it would be for extremely rich, fancy people, but just like a dining room where you can sit down and grab a drink, grab a bite to eat.
I understand what are you trying to
There would be
get at.
sparring and whatnot, training for the Imperial Guards and young nobles and whatnot. Just general stuff like that.
In the outer circle, I believe we might also add not really holding cells, but specific district sector for keeping dragons, like the place where they feed them and
A dragon pen.
yes, dragon
Have
pen.
fun, Jai.
Oh, I will beat the ever-living snot out of the other dragons. Those
Okay.
other dragons
No,
are as
no,
sly as me.
I assumed you'd want to breed, but okay.
Oh god. Please.
Oh,
cross.
that too, but first I have to establish dominance.
Let's just beat
Yeah.
up the dragons for no
Which
is-
reason.
That won't really build trust with you.
I will become the pack leader.
No, no.
No, you won't.
Just like before
Only-
the envoy takes me off, I'm just be like, guys, don't fuck anything up.
Don't embarrass me.
Yeah, like, be good people, please.
Who are you asking? Why wouldn't we be good people?
Will do.
You're a dwarf.
Mm.
He's a dragon. He's a fox thing, and he's an elf.
The
The most
two-
This
reliable
is a
plot.
human-centric
That
empire.
sounds like the start of a great gag. A
Yeah.
fox thing, a dwarf, an elf, and a dragon walk into a bar.
Mm.
Bar explodes.
Because the dragon is too awesome and the bar can't keep in the awesomeness of the dragon.
Yes. And the dwarf's too epic to even be there.
Okay, so anything else before Endif goes with the envoy and the bodyguards to meet the
No,
emperor?
around look about.
Yeah, because I want to now prepare that.
Yeah, I'll
So
take my violin and start playing.
yeah, that will
Can
be
I-
important scene for Endif.
Can I be a douchebag and walk through walls?
No.
I have an ability that lets me do it, but I mean I douchebag it to end it. Suddenly appearing
And
in
if
the
you do
Emperor's
that,
chair.
then be prepared to either be locked in prison or just knocked out. They do not fuck around.
Yes.
And really, I wasn't bothering with creating the stats. Rule of course for them will be, if you fuck with them, sure you might kill some of them, but you will die.
Yeah, the plan wasn't exactly to kill somebody, when the plan was to just walk through a wall when they're not looking.
Children.
I'm sure there'd be words against that too.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, yeah, there are a lot of words, all kind of stuff. Just
Mhm.
because I say so. And
The,
Envoy is
the
like,
walls are more than 5 feet thick. How about that?
Mm, that's
and
annoying.
Envoy is like, you keep yourself in an amusing company, Endif, Mr. Endif. Sir Endif.
Just like the flame. Bunch of rowdy drunks.
Ah yes, last I heard Sir Endif, Mr. Sir Shiro once again destroyed his guild destroyed half of their building in one of the drunken fights. Children will be children.
it.
Yes, I believe you will have time to meet your other friends, but now Emperor awaits.
Yep. Let's go.
So yeah, you step in a large, very richly decorated and like hall that just screams authority, and on the throne before you sits the emperor himself, Guan Yu, as always with magnificent bird. And yeah, what's
Yes,
your
his magnificent bird.
what
Yes.
bird?
A condor.
What's your bird, not bird? What's your like reaction? Like, how do you greet
I
him?
look around the room. Besides me, the Emperor, and the Envoy, who else is in the room? Just random nobles or stuff, or is it just us
There are-
three? Or
Closer, you know, there's like as a typical Japanese, that there are some elite soldiers, bodyguards, but they are closer to the walls, like trying to hide in the shadows, like not to make themselves present. And in two lines before the emperor, they're like, you know, as typical Japanese people gather around at the table. So there are two lines of nobles sitting in lines or some cushions or puffs or whatnot.
and I'll just say, greetings, Emperor. You called and I have arrived.
do you bow or something, or kneel? Or...
Yeah, that kind of general stuff. I greet him respectfully in the way that you're supposed to.
Okay, so yeah, Emperor also gives his greetings, of course, as a person of his statue against, like, it's not as grand, but he also gives his greetings, and he says, Serendif, yes, I ask for your presence. Please, come closer.
And that I do.
Okay, so, yeah, you are allowed, like, in the center between the lines of the nobles. Some of them are looking at you like with speculative eye. Some of them are like neutral. Others like have like trying to be friendly. So the reaction for you is kind of mixed. But something in your heart starts telling you that you kinda get why you are here and why they are throwing you these looks, and it is regarding your parentage. And yeah, between the emperor and the lines of the nobles, there's like a small, typical Japanese table, and on that table there is like a prepared paper as something like a contract. You do not read it for now, yet. Yes, Serendif, I asked you here. It's a grave and very important matter for the Empire. I'm guessing you, unless he asks you something specific, you'll just allow him to talk unless he... okay.
Unless he asks me a question.
Yes. And he, like... He looks kinda okay, like healthy for his person of age, but what he says is that I ruled this country for a long time. I hope he says all the typical stuff as a long-time ruler, that he hoped for the best, that he will leave this empire at the better shape, that he made his mistakes, yada yada yada, and he says that he won't be here to rule forever, and he feels, and nobles agree, that his time is coming. So it is of vital importance to figure out the inheritance so that they might avoid a civil war.
Seems reasonable.
Oh, you're a barrel of laughs.
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
And at this point, Emperor in the rare show, like not rarely people see this, but Emperor like stands up. At this point, you are standing just before, like, or sitting, you know, as a typical Japanese sit, Oriental sit, before the table. The Emperor stands up from his throne, comes closer, and he sits on the opposite side. It's probably the closest you've ever been to this guy. And he speaks very quietly, so only like the nobles are not close enough to hear that. And this is where you come in, my son.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear.
Uh-oh.
Who wasn't expecting this?
So,
What is your
what do you have
reaction?
for me this time? Clean up some errors, or be the
What?
error?
Seriously?
No.
What?
No, the inheritance is safely secured with my son, Guanli. I believe, and there's like a small gleam of happiness, apart from, you know, the typical authoritarian face. After that, I believe he will be happy to see you again. This
I'm
paper,
sure.
this paper contract, you will. No matter what mistakes I made with your mother, I do not want you to be in the eye of the storm. I want you to avoid any potential trouble and backstabbing regarding the potential succession. Even though my son will inherit the throne, there are still other factions that might gun for, you know, the next in line. I want you to avoid that completely. So basically, he prepared a contract that will be acknowledged under the divine authority of the emperor and known by all. That, sir, and if maybe not known by all. Basically, those who need to know will know that you not abdicate, but